Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Lord, just on the views, and I watched the movie Stardust. Yes, apparently this is another DC movie, because but this isn't a DC movie, right? Otherwise I wouldn't watch this one. Stardust. Please tell me this is from DC. Yes. Well, the DCmovies.fandom.com shit says probably yes. 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 Okay, yes. Stardust, yeah, this was another DC movie, because, otherwise I wouldn't watch this one, But, just like A History of Violence, I never heard of this one before, And I think the other ones from now on I know about. Well, there are probably some that I've seen already, but, I don't think there are some surprise DC movies that I never heard of before. Maybe. I don't know. But let's just start with Stardust, because I want to make some dinner. It's now, as you can see, it's late. It's 40 minutes past 9 in the evening, and I still haven't eaten dinner. So it's late. I want to eat dinner, and yeah. We see a bright star in the sky, and we hear a narrator talk. The camera goes a bit to the right, and we see the moon. The camera backs up. Now it goes further. And then it passes through a kind of, well, not through John Cena, but through, through glass. So it's probably part of a lens. And inside, we're going to the outside and go further, and we see the guy just pull away, after he looked through the telescope. Which is, fun fact, telescope, microscope are both invented by Dutchies. So, anyway, so look away. Camera goes backing up a bit, and we see more of the room. We see people in the room, and he turns and starts to probably note something from what he has seen. The camera, moves a bit to the left and turns to the right, and we see the telescope, and it's a big thing. Then we get to look it up, and then a guy walks past, and we turn with him. While he's walking, we turning, and we see a guy sitting right here on screen. We more, and he is dipping his pen in the ink, and continues with writing. But we're gonna leave it at that, because if you want to know what's happening next, watch the movie yourself. I have not a lot to say about this movie, only that, you know, the effects were pretty good. Yeah. For 2007, they were pretty good. Only, you know, sometimes it didn't blend in that well with the rest, but otherwise, yeah, not a lot of complaints. Um, the movie was not bad. It was just kind of predictable where they were going with it, you know? Because early on in the movie, I guess, oh yeah, he's gonna be the new king. Because it was kind of obvious, you know, that they were working towards that. Um, and if I can spot it, then it's really obvious, you know, because I'm not too great with hints, you know, especially, you know, if a lady, you know, hints that, you know, she's interested. You have to be very clear with me if you're interested, you know, because otherwise I probably wouldn't pick it up. uh, yeah, so that's probably also why I'm not too great with picking up ladies, you know, in a bar. Well, I never did that, so that's that. Anyway, um, like I said, this movie wasn't too bad. It was just too obvious, but with what they were going for. Um, Nonetheless, story-wise, not too bad. We also had Jason Fleming in this movie, who we've seen um, already a couple of times, like in Snatch, and well, I haven't seen Snatch on the channel, but I've seen Snatch off the channel. In Kick-Ass, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Well, Kick-Ass will also still come to the channel, but I've seen Kick-Ass before, so. Let's see if there's more. Oh, X-Men First Class. Oh, Clash of the Titans. I've seen that one. Oi. What are you doing, mate? Oh, Black Plague. Sounds interesting. Oh, he played in lots of movies. Hmm. But we also had Robert De Niro in this movie, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Nah, is it? Peter O'Toole? He was in this movie? Ricky Gervais? Henry Cavill? Really? I didn't recognize him. Ian McKellen? What the fuck is going on? So many famous people that I recognize are in this movie, and I didn't even recognize them while they were in the movie. I thought I recognized the voice. I thought the narrator was Ian McKellen. I thought it was Patrick Stewart. I was close. You know, played in the same franchise. You know. opposites. Humphrey, yes, we've seen Humphrey, but I really didn't recognize Henry Cavill. Ricky Gervais, yeah, I didn't recognize him. But Peter O'Toole, I definitely didn't recognize him. You know, we've seen Peter O'Toole pretty recently. I can't remember which movie he was in, but he played a cameo of himself. Well, at a role of himself, yeah, probably a cameo. And otherwise, we've seen him at the beginning of the channel in Lawrence of Arabia. So go check that one out. But yeah, I think I would give this movie a high, very low 4. It was alright. It was alright. Yeah, it was not too bad. Go watch the movie yourself. Leave likes, recommend it good. Jason Fleming, Robert De Niro, Ian McKellen, Henry Cavill. Well, if you don't have to recommend Superman because we know that one will be coming to the channel. And well, to be honest, how many people are watching this? Subscribe to our channel and see you guys next time. Oh shit.